Well, if you're so good about healthy eating all day long and then just ravenous when nighttime comes, like a gremlin being fed after midnight, there might be some easy tweaks you can make to manage your munchies. Registered dietitian Lisa Tauai joins us now to help us. Thank you so much for being here. This is something that so many people struggle with.
Yes, I hear this as a struggle for people all the time. It's like actually the #1 thing I hear as a dietitian. Yes.
So what is causing this?
You know, it could be a variety of different reasons. You know, hormonal shifts a lot of times is the culprit.
Yeah.
But it can be a variety of just different things. And I think a lot of it is mental as well. And food noise that creeps in, maybe boredom, stress, depression, anger, all these emotions can play into wanting to turn to food and snack.
I'm sure somebody was sitting there hearing you name all these reasons why they go, yep. Okay, so what are these tips, especially when you're trying to eat healthy, you're trying to avoid maybe the things you turn to more so at night? For me, I love ice cream at nighttime.
But me too, actually.
It's so great.
Especially in the summer.
Yes, exactly. But you know, sometimes people are dieting and they're so good all day, and they're thinking in the back of their mind about that ice cream all day long, and then nighttime comes and they can't help themselves anymore, and before you know it, the whole pint is gone.
That's right.
So what are some of your tips to avoid doing that?
One of the best things to do, I think, is to really tap into what's driving that desire to snack when you're not hungry. So when you are home at the end of the day, you're relaxed after work, all of those things, and you're starting to think more about food. You have more time, you know, to think about that. And then you've got the commercials on TV too, with Dairy Queen and different things popping up that make you think about it. I think the key is really just taking a step back and asking yourself if you really need to snack, if you really want to snack, and maybe even taking a second to journal as to what's driving that desire. There's something called the 15-minute rule.
Okay.
And it's backed up by research, actually, that proves that if you get your mind off of food for at least 15 minutes, and you could do that by journaling and kind of writing down maybe what's happened during the day, maybe if there's something specific that's driving you to want to turn to food, it'll get your mind off food for long enough where studies show that you won't turn to actually snacking. And it doesn't even have to be journaling. It could be taking a walk, or I like to paint, so you know, I may retreat to my office and start painting to get my mind off of food, and chances are that craving will go away.
And this is just for a craving when you aren't necessarily hungry, because if after that 15 minutes you're still thinking about it, then you probably are hungry and you do need to give yourself some fuel.
Absolutely, absolutely, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. I think the key is just obviously moderation, and there's something called temptation foods too. So if you have foods in your house that you know that if you get a taste of and you're going to have a hard time controlling, it's best to almost keep those specific foods out of the house, but have an alternative to those foods. So I'll give you an example. So we talked about ice cream. So I'll do like those Yasso bars, which have a little protein in them. They're a little bit better, still high in sugar, but a little better than your regular ice cream. And I'll have those in the house, and I'll just have one, and I'll eat it slowly to savor it. And then you've had your treat, and you're not depriving yourself. You know?
Really important. I'm glad that you can still give yourself that treat, maybe just trying to find a portioned, maybe healthier alternative.
Absolutely.
Okay, Lisa, you always come with such great information, and I wish that we could have a full-on TED Talk with you the whole hour, but we don't have that time. You can follow Lisa at Lisa Tauai on social media. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, it's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you.